Homesteading, page 168. Drying and freezing. Tender leaf herbs, basil, oregano, tarragon, lemon balm, and the mints have a high moisture content and will mold if not dried quickly. Try hanging the tender leaf herbs or those with seeds inside paper bags to dry. Tear or punch holes in the sides of the bag. Suspend a small bunch, which means large amounts will mold, of herbs in a bag and close the top with a rubber band. Place where air currents will circulate through the bag. Any leaves and seeds that fall off will be caught in the bottom of the bag. Another method, especially nice for mint, sage, or bay leaf, is to dry the leaves separately. In areas of high humidity, it will work better than air drying whole stems. Remove the best leaves from the stems. Lay the leaves on a paper towel without allowing leaves to touch. Cover with another towel and layer of leaves. 5 layers may be dried at one time using this method. Dry in a very cool oven, the oven light of an electric range or the pilot light of a gas range furnishes enough heat for overnight drying. Leaves dry flat and retain a good color. Microwave ovens are a fast way to dry herbs when only small quantities are to be prepared. Follow the directions that come with your microwave oven. When the leaves are crispy, dry, and crumble easily between the fingers, they are ready to be packaged and stored. Dry leaves may be left whole and crumbled as used or coarsely crumbled before storage. Husks can be removed from seeds by rubbing the seeds between the hands and blowing away the chaff. Place herbs in airtight containers and store in a cool, dry, dark area to protect color and fragrance. Dried herbs are usually 3 to 4 times stronger than the fresh herbs. To substitute dried herbs in a recipe that calls for fresh herbs, use 1/4 inch to 3/4 of an inch of the amount, or 1/4 to 1/3 of the amount listed in the recipe. Jerky. Jerky is great for hiking or camping because it supplies protein in a very lightweight form. Not to mention the fact that it can be very tasty. A pound of meat or poultry weighs about 4 ounces after being made into jerky. In addition, because most of the moisture is removed, it can be stored for 1 to 2 months without refrigeration. Jerky has been around since the ancient Egyptians began drying animal meat that was too big to eat all at once. Native Americans mixed ground dried meat with dried fruit or sweet, I don't know how to pronounce that, to make pemmican. Biltong is dried meat or game used in many African countries. The English word jerky came from the Spanish word charque, which means dried, salted meat. Drying is the world's oldest and most common method of food preservation. Enzymes require moisture in order to react with food. By removing the moisture, you prevent this biological action. Jerky can be made from ground meat, which is often less expensive than strips of meat and allows you to combine different kinds of meat if desired. You can also make it into any shape you want. As with strips of meat, an internal temperature of 160 degrees Fahrenheit is necessary to eliminate disease-causing bacteria such as E. coli if present. Food safety. The USDA Meat and Poultry Hotline's current recommendation for making jerky safely is to heat meat to 160 degrees Fahrenheit and poultry to 165 degrees Fahrenheit before the dehydrating process. This ensures that any bacteria present are destroyed by heat. If your food dehydrator doesn't heat up to 160 degrees Fahrenheit, it's important to cook meat slightly in the oven or by steaming before drying. After heating, maintain a constant dehydrator temperature of 130 degrees to 140 degrees Fahrenheit during the drying process. According to the USDA, you should always wash hands thoroughly with soap and water before and after working with meat products. Use clean equipment and utensils. Keep meat and poultry refrigerated at 40 degrees Fahrenheit or slightly below. Use or freeze ground beef and poultry within 2 days, and whole red meats within 3 to 5 days. Defrost frozen meat in the refrigerator, not on the kitchen counter. Marinate